What up, YouTube? Controllers down. It's showtime with your boys, Detroit Love, Pdubs Arcade Loft, Michael B. the Game Genie, and Nostalgia with another episode of the Super Game Room Dudes. Friday night just got live.
It's Friday, everybody. Get off your asses. Well, actually, maybe get off your asses to grab a popcorn and a tasty beverage, because tonight is another episode of your favorite and the longest-running home arcade and retro gaming podcast show on YouTube. The top dog, the king of the hill, the king on the mountain, the Super Game Room Dudes. I'm your host, Pdubs. With me, as always, I got Detroit Love. Down there, I got Michael B. the Game Genie. Guys, it's always good to see you on a Friday night. Chat, what the hell is going on? I missed you.
Holy crap. Pdubs is back. That's right, baby.
Yep, it's good to be back. I was here a couple weeks ago. I'm going to try and get here more frequently. My apologies for that, guys. Definitely wanted to hang out with Carl and Mike tonight. And guys, do me a favor in the live chat. Do me a favor, all right? I want some kudos, some props, some flowers given. Do me a favor, guys. Everyone, show your appreciation in the chat to Mike and Carl, because it's hard enough us losing Nostalgia for so long, and we're hoping he comes back soon once his stuff gets worked out and he's able to. But then also to lose me for a couple of months, and it's just them two holding the fort down, right? Like, you got it. I mean, they're warriors, they're soldiers. I mean, Mike cracks me up because Mike's like, he doesn't let anything faze him, you know, whether it's people's feedback or whatever's going on in the world. Mike is ready to do it. He's ready to abandon his children and get on the internet. No, Mike, I'm just kidding. That's just a joke. But how about a big thank you, guys, in the chat to Mike and Carl for holding the fort down these last few months. You guys have done a great job. I'm very proud of you. The show has been doing very well, even without me here, even without Nostalgia here. We've had so many awesome guest hosts come on and help us out. Big shout out to everyone who's been a guest host so far. People like 19K Fox and Moat and just countless others coming in to help us out. And we even scraped the bottom of the barrel one time. I noticed on a replay that we even had James Hates Everything on. I mean, you're talking bottom of the barrel, Mike. Hopefully that wasn't a litigious live stream. Was that a litigious live stream?
James tried to make it litigious. I think really we jumped the shark last week when we had Todd on. If you didn't come back this week, that was it. Someone said last week, like, this show dangerously needs Pdubs back. So thanks for coming back, man.
We did dig real deep, but China sent us back. They said you can't have some people. It was some people that we got close to that just wasn't going to make it. It just wasn't going to make the cut.
Yeah, look, even James is here in the live chat. You did, suckers, you did. So what's really exciting about being back is coming back tonight, there's been a lot of happenings. Now, again, I have really not been paying attention. I haven't been watching tons and tons of live streams. Over the last week, you guys may have noticed I started participating in some other YouTubers' live chats, just getting myself back up to speed with what's going on in Home Arcade, watching a few live streams, been participating, giving people super chats, giving back to the community, all that kinds of stuff, supporting other content creators, etc. Getting familiar again with everything going on, because I guess we had a pinball machine come out. I guess there was a reveal of the iconic arcade machine last night and stuff like that. So it seems like there's some interesting stuff happening. Plus, I'm excited about, I've been doing a lot of console gaming in my free time because I've just been so overwhelmed with work. I feel like I'm doing two jobs. You guys ever feel that way, where you have so much stuff put on your shoulders, you feel like you have two jobs? Mike feels like he's got three.
Well, I
Mike's
don't feel
got
like it.
four
I actually have three.
Right. He has 4 jobs actually, and he doesn't sleep. So that's always.
I didn't sleep last night. I stayed up all night and finished the game.
Before we move on, guy, I have to address this thing here. Where'd it
Sure.
go?
What's up?
I'm looking at on the chat, so I missed it. Yeah, if I find it, I'll bring it back up. But
okay. Well, in the meantime, guys, I set up a super chat goal. What's really fun about the Super Game Room dudes is the fact that whenever Pdubs is here, he hogs the microphone. He tries to keep the show moving, tries to keep the show energized, and Mike just loves to hear himself talk. And when I'm here and Mike's here, when I'm not here or when Mike's not here, we make sure Carl gets plenty of mic time, right? But when the two of us are side by side, Mike, it takes away from Carl. So if you guys super chat, if we hit our super chat goal, we will make Detroit Love run the show. That's right. That means he does primarily all the talking and all that kinds of stuff. So if you guys would rather hear Detroit Love talk, Carl said, make him pay for it, right? He said, if you're good at something, don't do it for free. That's what Carl told me, right, Carl?
absolutely. And this is right on time. Traveling chick 00 here says, I actually enjoyed the show more without Pdubs. Michael B and Carl were awesome and surprisingly less sexist. Now I want to clear it up. I am never sexist. I am horny. It's two different things. Sexist and horny is two extremely different things. Okay. So,
yeah. Okay.
I actually had a really strong feeling Pdubs would be back this week, and that's because someone commented on the show last week, and Pdubs got the validation he needed. This show desperately needs Pdubs back, and Pdubs was like, "That's all I was looking for. Welcome back, boys."
I did too see that as well, and I had an inkling he made.
And then Pdubs commented, "Agreed."
Did I?
Yeah.
It sounds like something I would do. Yeah. Usually if I agree with a comment that people put, I just type agreed and I give them a thumbs up. Like there's no reason to type a novel. But yeah, there you go. Steve Sales here. What's up, buddy? We're going to do our shout outs now. If you guys want your shout outs, start getting them in because we are on a 30-second delay. So you can get them in now. That way you don't miss your shout-outs. We're going to do our shout-outs. We got a number of topics to talk about tonight, including the iconic arcade hands-on first look that apparently happened last night. Alice Goes to Wonderland Pinball Machines started arriving this week, and that's been a hot topic. Mike put Xbox Project Helix, some AtGames news. I also wanted to touch on the week that was of Resident Evil Requiem and feedback on that game, as well as we have a monster new game coming out, I think next week, another modern game, but it's a game that's even larger in size than Red Dead Redemption 2, which is a massive game. It takes you hundreds of hours to just enjoy everything that game includes, and this game coming out looks to be even greater than that. You might end up putting several hundred hours into this game if it's good, but we'll talk about that as well. So we got a lot of good stuff going on. What's going on? Carl, take care of that super chat, man. These are all for you, man. There's a couple of them.
Stock Jock starting it off, man. Thank you. He says, Michael B, here's my $10 for having Nerd Lounge Master on last week. Thanks for doing that for him. Thank you, sir. Fall all.
Yeah, I felt bad for
free
Todd.
Carl.
Todd was
Carl.
really pushing. Go ahead.
See? just interrupting Carl while he's trying to talk.
Hey, look,
I thought he was giving me a pass to talk about.
It's like I never left, guys. It's like I never left. Go ahead, Carl.
You don't need a pass. You don't need a pass.
Fat Hog says.
Fat Hog says free Carl. So that's 2. I don't know what the goal is, but
I put 5. I mean, we're just dicking around, but you know. All right, guys, let's continue onwards. Let's do our shout outs. If you want your shout outs, speak now or forever hold your peace. We have in the live chat right now, we have Wagner's Tech Talk, the challenge. Look at his name. Challenging Wank. MG is here. Brooklyn Menace. MSU Rich is in the house. JT. Retro. Ronell. C Marvel. Neos. Arcade News. MSU Rich. B Kirby. Tim York is here as well. We got Bill's Retro Gaming Show. Jason Little Alien back moderating while he's undercover doing his CIA who knows what stuff. Nova Sonic's here as well. We got Stevie Sale, the Fist of Love, Thumper Squid, all the regulars are here as well. We got C Marvel, we got Provolone Joe, JJ, Retro Ron, I already said. James Hates Everything has unfortunately graced us with his presence. We also have DJ Beat Reviews, Bobby One, ALU, Sir Sega. Who else is here? Meatball Saucy. Always love seeing Meatball Saucy in the chat. Unchained 81 is here. Ritual Delo's here. Orion's Dream. Good to see you again as always. JJ's here. JJ, one of our top commentators. Speaking of which, top fans right now. Guys, the number 1 chatter is Stock Jock. The number 2 chatter is JSK Gelman. The number 3 chatter is David G. That's our top 3. Billy Woods Mods, number 4. Guys, if you want to overtake them, you got to keep chatting in the live chat to become our top chatters of this evening. All right, Mike, go ahead and take it away with whatever topic you want to start with first. I think I've done what I've, what I get paid to do. And
hold the horses.
I'll see you guys next week.
Hold the horses because the super chats are rolling in, and so we might just have to switch me over here. So
wait, it's only 3, Carl. Don't get greedy. It's only been 3.
Here's number 3 right here. JSK Gelman, $5 super chat. Detroit Love, I'll buy that for $1. David G, $5. Thank you. Said Dubs, great to see you back in action.
Good to see you, David. Hope
Billy
you and the
Woods,
family are doing well.
Billy Woods Mods, $2 super chat. Detroit Love, assistant mayor.
We hit 5. We hit 5.
And if you guys haven't checked out Billy Woods' assembly of the Alice in Wonderland pinball, 4 hours. Goodness, man.
I got lucky. I tuned in. I was on break from work. I'm not going to say what I was doing because Mike is trying to kick the habit. But I was on break at work, and I just opened my phone, opened up YouTube, and it was right there. It popped up. You were on my feed, Billy Woods. Number 1 thing on my feed was Billy Woods is live with his Wonderland pinball. And when I clicked on it, it was probably like the last 30 minutes. Like he had it all built and assembled. I mean, I guess it was a long stream. So I was like, oh, hey, just wanted to say hi. I'll see you later. And they're like, no, he's done. He's about to turn it on. And I was in the chat, and I was like, okay, I'll stay. And saw him kind of play it for the first time. So that was fun. But we'll talk more about all that stuff coming up. We've hit our 5 super chat goals. So that means Carl runs the show. Mike and Pdubs will have limited microphone time tonight. Mike? Carl, go ahead, man.
Okay, I got a storm. Brother. I got a storm here, thundering out there, so I might get dropped out. That may,
no!
It may be the universe trying to stop me here.
Oh, you're great. Now you leave the show, and the next thing you know, Mike and I, here come the scam artists. We're scam artists. You know what I mean? Here come the videos.
I heard the thunder, and all the wheels spent on your video. You know so hopefully,
people are going to lose their minds, take their Cialis pills, get on the internet, make videos. It's going to be crazy.
But let's go. Since we started with the Billy Mods, let's do the Wonderland, man. Wonderland. This has been the buzz all week. It's been exciting. People have been getting those. It's been a little bit of a love hate, right? Some people still have not gotten any of their notifications, or they got one box and still waiting on the other ones. Some people got notifications but said it was shipped and delivered out of state somewhere else. So it's been a lot of confusion there. We start off the week with Spreetail saying, hey, we'll back off people started getting them, people started assembling them, and then Spree tells back in just to put the salt back into the people who still haven't got theirs. But hey, it's a business out there, man. But everybody's been excited, super excited. Pdubs, I know you haven't been tuned in, but I know you couldn't have missed the talk.
Well, my phone blew up over the week because even with me gone, there's all this YouTube drama, Mike, and my phone blew up by people telling me that this YouTuber did a live assembly of his Wonderland Pinball and tried to destroy the company during his live stream.
He Mike, destroyed it and saved it. Like, that's the crazy thing.
He destroyed the company and saved the company all in the same week. Of course, we're talking about our good friend B-Cog just busted his balls. That was great. He had I guess a warped issue on his playfield where one of the diffusers had come loose. It came out of its slot, so it was causing his playfield to push up because there was something underneath pushing it up, and he had to take off the playfield and put that diffuser back in its slot, and the playfield was then flattened out. But because it was, of course, he didn't discover that until off camera after the stream. But while that issue was out there, it seems like there were a lot of worried folks who are big fans of Wonderland. What do you guys think about that?
Well, I was hosting the show as it.
That was you. You were there.
And so, yeah, and that's, I heard people saying those things. Not that was so silly. It's like he organically found this issue live on the broadcast, assembling this thing. It's like, when he saw it, he touched it and it was like, pop, 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 what's this? And at the time, Peter checked his, and Peter said, I got a little bit of mine, but not as bad as yours. So we knew it wasn't something that was like on every cabinet. And Peter was there to, it was his first time seeing it and hearing about it as well. So it was all organic, and there was nothing wrong with it either way. We found it, we discussed it. He said he would look into it, and I even told Pete, I'm sorry, get the name out for me. Goodness. B-Kong, I'm sorry. B-Kong. Yep. Yeah, I even told B-Kong, I said, hey, settle down, let's get your table leveled, right? Let's go through and give it a proper look once we're off camera and come back at it. And that's when he found the solution. But yeah, it was a fun live broadcast. Peter jumped on, was able to answer some of the people's questions. But this week has just been exciting, man. And we've seen video after video of people putting theirs together. We've seen video of people having the same issue and luckily and happy that they at least knew what the solution was. Still, they didn't want to have to take it thing apart. Another thing that was happening to a lot of people, there was this one piece that helps you slide in the play field that was in a box that people thought was just empty. And so they were just like, tossing the box to the side. It's just these little plastic sheaves that you would put on to the cabinet so that it allowed the playfield to slide in properly. So some people were having trouble getting their
without scratching the side art blade. Oh yeah, real pinball machines have that as well. I have those. There are a couple clear pieces of plastic for my real pinballs downstairs. When I added side art blades to my Venom pinball, I ordered those sleeves because it's easy to lift the playfield out and then apply the artwork. But then when you want to put the playfield back down, it's such a tight fit that, you don't want to ruin that side art. I mean, the metal plate, the metal rails and stuff and the wood from the playfield could tear all that up. So definitely, if they're providing those plastic guards, make sure you use them so you don't scratch up your side art blades if you happen to have to open up your playfield and get your playfield in and out and all that kinds of stuff. So yeah, that's cool. I'm happy to hear they're including that. That's thinking outside the box. I put this up here. I left this up here because this also is true. I mean, think about it, guys. When you tighten your here's an example that this community should be familiar with. Those plastic control panel deck protectors on like your arcade 1-ups, if you over tighten the screws down, it will bow up a little bit, right? The plastic will bow up if you're too tight, and you also run the risk of cracking it. So just loosening the screws, I guess for some people, got it flattened out and stuff. So it's interesting. It's interesting how that issue kind of was the headline, but my question is it good? Is it a success? Is it a fun product to play? Those of you who backed the Kickstarter and got your units, let us know in the chat. Are you happy? Was it worth your $1,000 investment? Go ahead, Mike.
So the only people that seem unhappy are the people that ran across some issues. So of course you've got people that had similar issues to Bekong, whether or not it was a diffuser from the lights or whether it was like the posts were a little bit too tightened. But everybody who got one who didn't have an issue pretty much loves it. Like there was another guy too that had an issue where there was something wrong with the sensor for the scoring, and his scoring just kept going crazy.
Yeah.
So the only real downside to this process so far has been obviously really weird. There is no connection for the lockdown bar, apparently. Like, did you see this issue? The lockdown bar just sits there, and like while people are, either moving the machine or, going back and forth how you normally would play pinball, they're pulling the lock bar off. So, I mean, that's definitely food for thought. Like, there should be some kind of fix for that. And obviously, you're not going to want to do that on future models. The other thing that's really come out during this process, and I don't know if it's Wonderland Amusements' fault or if Spreetail, who are doing the shipping and distribution, are also doing the warranty work. I don't know how that works. But the people that are having issues are not having any luck getting in contact with anybody at Wonderland Amusements. They can't get an answer for customer support. You got to think about it. You waited on this thing for like a year, then you get it, and it's broke. I mean, you really don't want to get no answer when you reach out to the company. So whoever's responsible for that, you need to, get your shit together and fix that.
I do agree, Mike, especially if you know that this is the very first week that your very first product of your brand new company is going to be in people's homes and people are going to be receiving it. And what happens, especially with products like these, the number one thing is damaged in shipping. The number two thing would be manufacturer defects, things like that. You got to have all hands on deck and take care of people right away. Give them a good first impression, especially if you want to try and sell them a second pinball machine, that TMNT, in just a few short months. So yeah, they definitely need to improve that service aspect. I agree. From what I saw on Facebook, people were like going, I haven't heard from them and stuff like that. So,
which is really, really shitty.
Yeah.
And the crappy thing about this is, like, you could have 99% positive reviews on your product. People are very happy with it. All it takes is that 1% of the negative people that have these bad experiences, and it completely messes up your reliability. So that's something that was clearly an oversight. And again, I don't know who's responsible for that. Like, obviously, there's also an issue with the shipping going out. Like, poor Todd still doesn't have any shipping information for his pinball machine that he pre-ordered. So, I mean, a couple kinks, but other than that, people are really happy with it. And the surprising one to me was Todd Tucky from TNT Amusements. This is a guy that for decades now has been buying, fixing, restoring, selling, and enjoying real physical pinball for decades, and absolutely hates arcade one-offs, hates the concept, hates the process, but yet got his hands on the Wonderland Amusements, and he gave it a thumbs up for what it is. He said it's really good. I mean, if you want a positive, affirmation towards this product, I think that's a pretty good one to have.
Yeah, Todd Tucky liking it for what it is, in my opinion, is huge. Because I trust his opinion when it comes to arcades and pinballs. The guy has decades and decades and decades of experience, love, and passion, as well as a pretty large social media following as well. Can we talk real quick about that guy who his pinball machine, it kept scoring, it kept ringing up a score?
Of course, yeah.
I just want to share a story with you guys real quick, because that's actually happened to me, and that happened to me on my Labyrinth pinball.
It happened to me in high school too. No matter what I did, I just kept scoring, and everybody was like, "What's going on?" And everybody was like, "Michael B. Pulls."
Oh, jeez. See, there, here come the sexist comments. Now they're going to say it's a sexist show again, and they're going to blame me, even though I wasn't the one who said it. All right, so this,
I still will say I think it's just horniness. So go ahead.
All right, so real quick story. I don't think I ever talked about this before, but when I got that Labyrinth pinball machine, we're talking a real pinball machine. After I turned it on and got it going, after a couple of plays, all of a sudden, it just kept ringing up a score. It kept going 60,000, 60,000, 60,000, or 10,000, something like that. It just kept going up and up and up, and I wasn't doing anything. The ball wasn't even on the table. Well, what happened was, obviously, brand new pinball machine, brand new assembly, was if you take a look at the slingshots right here, what's interesting is because these are brand new rubbers, the rubbers were on, they were very, very tight, and the little metal switch, it's like it's no bigger than your finger. It's maybe half as wide as your finger. And what happens is when your ball hits that switch and it depresses, that rings up the score. But if the rubbers, which if you guys see my mouse up here, so if the rubbers were so tight, they were pressing it in. So it was all the way in. So it kept reading it like I kept getting slingshot after slingshot after slingshot after slingshot. And then all I had to do was take the glass off, reach in, and just slightly bend that metal piece, because it's a very thin piece of metal, the switch, just slightly bend it just a couple of millimeters, and problem disappeared. And it's been fine ever since. So, that's the kind of stuff that, people will discover. If this is an entry-level pinball and people are fiddling with them, tinkering with them, troubleshooting them, people will learn a little bit more that, some of the people who own real pinballs have gone through as well. You know what I mean? So I thought you guys might find that story a little interesting, because that's what happened to my real $10,000 machine.
and that happened to me in my real life too. I found out real early on that a tight rubber will keep you out of a lot of trouble.
There we go. There's another sexist comment. There's another one. People are gonna blame me. Thanks a lot, guys. Thanks a lot.
You set it up.
So, like, I'm like Godzilla. Like, I mean, that cost $15,000 Canadian. Day one it got here, it didn't come on. Once I plugged it in, there was some kind of issue, and I had to do work. I had to contact customer support. I had to reflash the SD card. I had to do all this testing before it works. This stuff happens, but the thing is, you got to have the backup in place to deal with people's answers. Like, if I dropped $15,000 and I couldn't get in contact with anybody at the company, I'd be pretty pissed off. And I'm sure that's the issue these people are going through too. Sure, stuff's going to happen. Not everything 100% is going to work.
Right, and I think it was compounded by the shipping issue. So a lot of people are overwhelming the system, sending in double requests for the same thing because they're frustrated. These days gone by, and I'm sending another email like, "Hey, well, you never did respond to my email." And if everybody's doing that, now they're responding to all these extra emails, which overwhelmed the system. I'm pretty sure that contributed to the problem. But even with all that, I heard of no one getting any damaged, broken pieces. So they obviously packed these things properly. So that is fantastic. So they didn't miss the boat there. Once people have gotten those things up and running and past the issues, everyone enjoyed it. And everyone that I watched the video said the same thing. For what they paid for that, it is well worth it, and they definitely felt like they got a great bargain with that. So I think that gives great hope for this market of a sub $1,000 mechanical pinball.
Yeah, I just think people need to remember that these are probably what you would call, because Zizzle pinballs were only a few $100. Zizzles on steroids. These are not grade A pins. I mean, if you walk into your purchase knowing what it is and what you're paying for, I guess you'll be okay with it, right? As well as if you find it fun and enjoyable. I don't know how good the code is and all that stuff. I remember there were some streams, maybe it was B from back at the conventions where they actually showed the inside guts of the machine, and they had like real pinball parts in there, real solenoids and kickers and stuff. And I was like, wow. That's kind of impressive. My big issue was, we've covered this product since launch, because when we first heard about it, it was an empty box. Mike, remember we go to Pinball and there's just this empty box, and they're like, "Hey, we're coming out with a pinball machine. It's going to be less than $1,000." And so covering the product since inception, it's always fun to cover new things. That's what we do here. I don't know why people get mad when we cover products in this space. It's weird. But once we saw a couple prototypes, I decided to not stick with the Kickstarter because in my opinion, it didn't look fun. It didn't look fun to play, but maybe that's because I was still looking at prototypes. I mean, the feedback in the chat, I saw a couple people in our chat said they have theirs and they're enjoying it. Kind of like what you said, Carl. Our people, Carl, you also run that Facebook group. What's the Wonderland Facebook group? What's the feedback been in that Facebook group, Carl? Are people enjoying the product?
Absolutely. Again, it's full of stories of people getting their building them, getting their toys. For a lot of people upgraded. Some people have the Hatter, which I forgot when I had players originally. I had gotten the Mad Hatter topper, which I forgot. That was just a Kickstarter offering period, so you won't be able to get that, at least that, after the fact. But some of the other toys you can get after the fact. But people were getting their toys on. People were talking about upgrades and painting the black, bumpers and all these different things. People are super excited. And then again, the only people that weren't excited were the people who were saying, "Hey, I still hadn't gotten an email. I still only have box A. Where's box B?" You know what I mean? So there was no one that I saw in the group, and we've gotten at least probably 100 new members since then. So it's growing as people buy these. They're finding us and getting there. People are excited, man. And like you said, Pdubs,
that's good to hear.
Any pinball, you can walk up to any pinball, even the EM, the old school from the 70s, right? You're gonna have fun flipping it and playing it. The real test is replayability, right? Do you walk back up to it and play it again, right? Because the first time on any pinball, you can find something exciting about it. Something new is new, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're discovering the things. Oh, what did it do? What happens if I put the ball up there, right? So any pinball table can be fun the first time around. Will people continue to play it as time goes on and enjoy it? That's going to be the real test of this particular table.
Yeah, will it stand the test of time? That's the question. I mean, these just showed up in people's homes. Obviously, this was built with lower budget in mind when it comes to some of the parts or the bulk of the parts. How long will it last? Will people get many, many months out of it? Maybe several hundred plays without an issue popping up, like a light bulb going out or, them needing to change out their rubbers and things like that. Like, will it stand the test of time? That'll be interesting. One thing that I don't remember, guys, does it come with glass or is it Plexi? Do you guys know?
Plexi. It's Plexi. It's Plexi.
Can I tell you what I would do, even though it costs more money? I would take that Plexi to your local glass place and ask them to get you a piece of glass cut just like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would try to replace that with glass instead, because I see that Plexi obviously getting scratched over time. You know what I mean? And not looking so good, especially if you have cats who love to jump on pinball machines, for any cat owners out there. But yeah, there you go. Okay.
Yeah, and real quick note about the Plexi. A lot of people have said the same thing. They would want to do that, but a lot of people are saying they're really surprised at the quality and how clear and how nice it looks with the Plexi. So time will tell.
Yeah, there was two different sheets of Plexi actually with the Arcade 1-Up pinballs as well. Like, I bought all three, and there were good Plexi on the Marvel and good Plexi on the Star Wars, but the Williams actually had this weird Plexi that was kind of shitty, had these striations. So you can have a good Plexi, and the cool thing about it is it's just a sheet of Plexi. If it's really that big an issue, it doesn't cost that much to go to a glass place and just get it replaced.
Right. I mean,
you shouldn't have to do that, but honestly, it's not necessary, and it's an option you can fix.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a cheap piece of Plexi or if it's one that's actually kind of like a scratch resistant, which I think the Arcade 1-Up's Plexi was scratch resistant, Mike, which might have been that weird shading and texture that you saw on that particular pinball machine. Billy says he's got his, Billy Woods Mods. He says he doesn't see the need to swap it out for now. Okay. Well, then I stand corrected. Don't listen to me. I'm just shooting from the hip here, guys. All right. So is that all we got for Wonderland? It seems like people are predominantly happy with it and looking forward to seeing what this TMNT machine is going to be all about. And I actually saw a couple people commenting that they would buy the TMNT. They only didn't buy Alice because they didn't like the theme. Does that make sense? Like that's
the way it is with pinball. You know that all the time. Yeah. Like I've changed my opinion. I used to be 100% about theme, but now it all depends. Like it really have to be a bad theme for me not to be excited about the way the game plays. But people are like that. If the theme doesn't do it for them, they don't want to put that kind of money and show it off in their household. I will say there is a little bit more. You can still order these directly through the Wonderland Amusements website, but they are $1,199 US there. However, the eBay listing did go back up, so there is a limited number directly sold through retail, $9.99 plus free shipping. So, and it's like 2-3 days delivery. So if you guys still want to get on board and get one, you can. I don't think they ship to Canada, unfortunately.
There's no tilt.
No, tilt. There is tilt. There is tilt, but it's not from a tilt bob.
Oh, okay.
There's settings or something with the accelerometer. I saw somebody else talk about it. I know Mystery Coder talked about it too.
Shows it's there and it can be read. Okay, so it looks like you can install one. Okay, there you go. Thanks so much. Oh, no, not in the software? Interesting.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah, Real Glass, the best YouTube thumbnail ever. Do you guys remember when 19K Fox did his Arcade 1-Up Glass mod? And what I did is I took his thumbnail. Do you guys remember this? And I did the same mod. And I put my head on 19K Fox's skinny-ass body. And, man, it felt good to be skinny, Carl. It did. It felt good to be skinny, man. Oh, that was so funny, too. And, you know, 19K Fox is a good sport. Me and him were laughing about it behind the scenes. I was like, yeah, dude, I took your thumbnail and I just put my head on yours. And we were laughing about it. All right, Carl, what else do you got for us? I think that's enough of Wonderland talk. Good God, we're 37 minutes into the show. Holy crap.
Yeah,
Did you know they had smaller balls?
Yes, I did know the balls would be smaller. Right.
So we'll stick to the pinball theme. We'll talk about Michael B's got this new pinball game from a company called AtGames.
Michael B doesn't have it. Michael B doesn't work for that company in any capacity. He has no relationship.
Good to see you,
he doesn't get any free stuff. Don't say that.
No, I didn't say you got it for free. Did you buy this new game?
I didn't.
You're aware of this. You're aware of this new game. What is this new game?
What new game?
Woods Queen EM Plus. So it's another EM Plus table.
Is this an AtGames?
Yes, AtGames.
Okay.
Zachariah. It's not an AtGames. It's Zachariah for the AtGames Legends Pinball and Legends Pinball 4K. Our good friends at Yo Retro reviewed it last night. So if you want to, go check out their channel. Also, I don't know if RTX reviewed it. I know that he said he was taking a little bit of a hiatus from his channel because he had some personal stuff going on. So I just want to send a shout out to RTX Pinball. Hope everything's okay, man.
Yeah, we love RTX. He's a good guy.
So, it's a new game, came out, EM Plus. Some of these can be fun. Like, I like some of the Zachariah Deluxe games they put out recently, but I don't know if this is for me.
Oh, man. So... Make sure you guys subscribe to Yo Retro, our good friends Chaotic. Chaotic and I, and actually MG in the chat, have been playing a lot of Arc Raiders also behind the scenes, and we've been having a blast playing Arc Raiders together. But here you go, Woods Queen, EM table. I like EM pinball games. I do. That's why I like some of the older Gottlieb games and stuff like that. And, the Magic Pixel Taito games, you guys remember, were kind of like an EM style on some of them, I believe. So, yeah, I mean, they're okay, but, this is just another one I'm not going to buy. In fact, I haven't bought a game on my AtGames in many, many months in a while. I still only have
many moons.
I still only have maybe out of the 300 some games you could probably buy and play on your 4K. I probably own like 102. Like I just own like my favorites. You know what I mean? Like I didn't go nuts. Because on the HD pinball, I already bought all those games, and I still have that HD pinball. I didn't want to re-buy all those games again. Does that make sense? You know what I mean? Like,
sure.
Yeah. I did rebuy them all when I got my Legends Pinball 4K originally. I think it was on sale, so I got everything for about 50% off. I dropped $500 US and replaced everything that was on my AtGames Legends Pinball 4K. And for a long time, I was buying the games, and then AtGames reached out to me and started sending me codes. And I can't tell you exactly when that was. So I have every game up to, I think, the last 2 or 3 EM Plus tables. I never picked those up. Didn't get codes because they also switched the way that AtGames let you buy tables now. You have to put your credit card directly on the machine. You can't buy it that way. And I haven't got around to doing it. I don't know if I want to do it. So I haven't bought any of the new games. Plus, they're like, I think they're like 10 something Canadian for an EM Plus game. And I'll wait until some of them are on sale. I'll probably pick them up. But like most people, I'm waiting for Zen Williams stuff. That's the stuff that really, piques my interest. The stuff I get out of bed for.
Okay. And we'll stick with AtGames. I know you had a topic you wanted to talk about, Michael B.
Well, I was mainly joking, but there's some massive drama going on with AtGames and former employees. A former marketing professional for AtGames is over in the unofficial AtGames Facebook group, dropping some information about what happens there behind the scenes. It's very, very interesting. Very, very tasty reading if you like drama. She's really dropping the tea. So you might want to subscribe to the unofficial AtGames Facebook group and check that out for yourself. I don't think that's something I really want to talk about on the air.
Yeah,
but again, when I read it, because it popped up on my feed for some reason, and when I read it, I'm like, this is old news. I've known about this for about 5 or 6 years now. So.
Yeah, it's stuff we all knew, like allegations of AtGames believing people don't like their products are enemies. We talked about it when Nostalgia came back after National Owners Day that time, and he was like, all the fans are entitled. AtGames did a really good job with their sales. Like they just have a very weird fucking opinion on constructive criticism. They don't know how to take it.
Yeah, they do not know how to take criticism. And you can learn a lot if you're willing to listen to people.
Yeah.
And you don't have to agree with them, and you don't have to, you know what I mean? But you can learn and improve your stuff if you're willing to hear, but you can never get better if you're not willing to know where you need to improve. So I always thought that was really weird the way they handle those, and they want, because I used to be an admin on one of their sites, and they would want you to, to block people or
it was
things, and I'm like, I don't have time for all that foolishness. It's like
it was wild. They PK personally asked me to become an admin on the Canadian AtGames page, and then he used to write me, and he'd be like, "Hey, go block this person," and I was like, "What?" Then I talked to the other admin, Conti Dinda, and we'd be like, "Yeah, we're not going to do that." And then he just stopped talking to me, and then came up with his own Canadian AtGames page through somebody else.
You guys are hilarious.
All right. Well,
thanks so much for.
If they want to read the tea leaves, they can go on over to the unofficial AtGames fan group.
Yeah, basically, guys, to sum all that up, if some of you didn't catch all that, former AtGames employee whose NDA is now expired is over in the officially unofficial AtGames Facebook group spilling all the tea. Big shout out to Jason, our moderator, for putting a link to that Facebook group in the chat. If you want to read about the tea, go ahead and join that Facebook group. Is this something we're going to talk about on this show? Probably not right now, because obviously this just happened today. Is this a disgruntled employee? Is this person telling the truth? Don't know. You guys know me. I'm not going to protect AtGames. In my opinion, she's speaking the truth. But then again, the stuff just came out. And also, you never know how that company's going to react to the tea being spilled. And Mikey and I don't need any more vague or threats of legal action or stuff like that. Neither does Carl, right, guys?
Don't need to be asked to quit.
We got more important shit to worry about. We got more important shit to worry about, such as the next topic. Carl, what's the next topic?
Let's talk about the PlayStation.
Okay.
They're getting out of software business for other platforms. Is that
so there's a lot of really interesting console stuff going on right now. Like, it seemed like this perfect utopia world was all coming together. People were saying Xbox was dead because Xbox was putting Gears of War and Forza on the PlayStation 5. PlayStation was putting games on PC. Xbox was putting games on PC. Everybody was in this big love fest. We were wondering, is Xbox games coming to the Nintendo Switch? Is Nintendo Switch games coming to other consoles? Everybody had this idea of this perfect console utopia, and then PlayStation said, "Nah, fuck that. we're making our games console exclusive again. So that's the news that came out this week. And it's sad though, because a lot of people love playing those PC ports of the PlayStation games, and they did such a good job porting them over. Anybody who's ever played like God of War or Horizon or the Spider-Man games on PC know what a good job they did, especially if you play them on Steam Deck and stuff like that. So it's some sad news.
Well, can I tell you something funny? Maybe they're doing it because everyone knows that Xbox is pretty much going down the tubes, and in my opinion, Xbox might end up being like Sega, where they just make games in the future.
Well, you're not paying attention to the news, my friend.
Well, let me tell you how Xbox though might stick around. Right? It's this amazing thing called Game Pass. Yeah, they raised the price. The price increase sucks, and I was ready, Mike, because we've been talking about it. I've been playing like Resident Evil on the Switch. I've been playing Arc Raiders on PlayStation. I'm gonna play Crimson Dawn on the PlayStation, and like I've been using my PS5 way more than my Xbox Series X. I was like, I think it's time to finally cancel Game Pass, because it's just one more streaming bill a month that comes out automatically, and you're like, okay, more money. That's a tank of gas back in your pocket, right? But then this is what Xbox does, Mike. They just put The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt on Game Pass, right?
But you're playing like 7-year-old games that you can buy on Steam
I know.
for like $7.99.
I know.
I
know, but it's part of the fee. Like now I don't have to buy it on Steam for $7.99, right? Now I can play it. So I downloaded it last night, and I'm gonna play it after I finish Resident Evil.
So newer game just came to Game Pass, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, which is one I looked at a little bit, so I might check that out.
That's a first person though, sword and sorcery.
Yeah.
RPG game, and some of you might not like that, whereas like Witcher games are like your typical third person.
Yeah, I don't know anybody who likes first person sword and sorcery. Like I've never heard of, Skyrim or any of the Elder Scrolls games.
Hey, some people don't like it, and some people do. So
you're not paying attention, because
happened?
That's the huge twist in this whole situation. Is when the new Xbox CEO took over, they were like, yeah, she's in to usher the death of Xbox. They're moving away from that. They're going to focus on AI. And she came out and she said, Uno reverse. We're coming to talk about the next Xbox console, like the future of Xbox.
Oh, shit.
Game Pass. It isn't, this is an Xbox. In fact, that whole campaign is rumored.
So they announced a new console?
Yeah. There's a new console announced today, the new Xbox called Project Helix, which is going to be a lot like the ROG Ally X Xbox edition. It's going to be what they talked about. I'm a little bitter about this, because I was hoping Xbox was going to do this just with the Series X, that you were going to be able to play Steam games on your X, but it's going to be this new console. It's an Xbox PC hybrid, which is actually really fucking smart, because there's a bunch of people lined up right now to buy a Steam machine when they come out later this year. Then all of a sudden, there's this cloud of doubt now, where it's like, maybe I don't need a Steam machine. Maybe I'll wait and get this new Xbox hybrid, because then I can play Xbox games and my PC games on that.
That's interesting. Okay.
Yeah, so
Cool.
they're building some type of platform ecosystem for the software that they can get you to play on different platforms. Huh?
Yeah, they've been doing it for years. Like, I don't think it's out fully, but right now on my PC, like if I play a game on Steam, it actually pops up in my Xbox feed, and it's like last played game, and it tells me my Steam game, and I'm like, whoa, Xbox, that's none of your business. Stay out of my personal life.
That's funny. Well, speaking of console chatter, guys, there's a couple of games that I wanted to talk about real quick, and then we'll dive into, I guess, Iconic Arcade is what people are predominantly here for, I'm assuming. One of them is a game coming out, I think it's next week. If not, it's in 2 weeks, and I'm going to bring up some footage here for you guys. So this is the game I was talking about when we first kicked off the show, where, let's get the chat off the screen as well.
Crimson Dawn.
Crimson Dawn, guys. How many of you have heard of this, have gotten wind of it, and are considering picking this up and trying this out? So Crimson Dawn is going to be one of the largest open world games ever, Mike. I mean, we're talking, they've confirmed that the open world on this is massively bigger than the open world on Red Dead Redemption 2, which is probably one of the biggest that was out there. And if you think about it, you're talking, if Red Dead Redemption 2 gives you well over 100 hours of just things to explore, look at, and do, and come across, and can you imagine this, Mike? This
What do you
could
mean
be
by come across?
Well, like when you're just wandering, you know what I
yeah.
mean?
That's how I play.
And
I thought you were
events
doing
happen.
something else while you were playing games.
Oh, Jesus. Mike, see, here's those comments again. We're trying to have a mature broadcast here.
Yeah.
Now,
I know what you're talking
unfortunately,
about, Pdubs, because I
Yeah,
play Red Dead Redemption, and I never play the mini games. I just
this
explore
video
and
is all blurry. Sorry, guys.
just get into whatever mess I can get into outside of the missions. So I enjoy.
Oh, wait. Did I say Crimson Dawn? Crimson Desert? That's it. Crimson Desert. My fault. Yeah, my fault, guys. My fault there. Miscue. Yeah, Crimson Desert. I've been watching some of the trailers and the gameplay footage. I think it looks cool. The video's fuzzy, guys. I think that's my internet connection, so sorry that that's not clear. That's obviously not how the game looks. My only concern is, from what I'm understanding, you only get to play as this guy, and like you don't get to build your own character and stuff, which, you know, is kind of like what people want to do. Think of like Elden Ring and stuff like that. They want to build and create their own character and take them on this journey. Like you're literally just playing as this guy with the circle shield and stuff like that. So who knows? It's coming out very, very soon. I think I'm going to try it out. And you never know, if I fall into that world, I'll see you guys in October when the fall products arrive. How's that sound?
Yeah. See, I like those type of games, but they're just such a huge investment because I know I'm never going to play hours like you guys play on it. I play for a little bit here and there. So, but
Carl, I'm never going to play hours. Congratulations, sir. You have hit 14,000 hours on PGA Tour 2020.
hey, golf is something different, though. You know.
Carl, you have put so much
It's
into
one
golf.
I haven't played in a long time though. Because my Switch has been inside my pinball machine back here. So you know,
it's one of those things right now which is both a blessing and a curse when a game can offer that kind of return on investment to it. Because while people will complain like, oh, that game's only 10 hours or oh, that game's only 11 hours, sometimes you're not in for a big investment. Like I just beat Octopath Traveler 0, and I was well over 100 hours into that. And while the game was incredible, probably one of the best RPGs, all the way from the mechanics to the insane epic storytelling, it felt like it overstayed its welcome. Like, do you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
All right. So real quick, I just wanted to get everyone's feedback. Last week, was all the hype as a new game launched, Resident Evil Requiem. How many of you bought it, picked it up? What system did you play it on? And are you loving the game? This thing is potentially getting feedback. It could end up winning Game of the Year, is it, from what I'm hearing. People are loving it. I myself picked it up on the Switch 2. And actually, even though the Switch 2 graphics are not as good as like what you would see on PlayStation or your PC. You know, the textures and the colors and stuff are probably not as good. It still looks beautiful on the Switch too, mind you. My wife and I sit next to each other on the couch and play it, and we get scared and we scream and stuff like that. It's been fun. You know, the opening scene we're playing, and they're like, okay, you need to go investigate the what is it called, the crime scene at the hotel, right? So you're the girl, and you go under the police tape, and you go around the corner. This is the very beginning of the game, guys. You go around the corner, and then this game is full of like jump startles. It'll startle you. A bird, like a crow, is on a garbage can, and it just pops off and it flies away, but it's meant to like just make you stop and startle you. My wife screamed right there. I was like, babe, we just started. You can't scream yet. You know what I mean? Because she thought something was happening. That is what's beautiful about the Resident Evil games. I haven't beaten it yet, but I'm looking forward to it. Go ahead, Mike.
So I'm not very far into it because I just started it last Friday. Probably played for about an hour. I played right to the part where you switch over to Leon, and then I had to turn it off. Then I jumped back into Octopath Traveler. But what I can say from what I played so far, you can tell very early it's going to be one of those special games. And, you know, it's in the same genre, but I will 100% make make the jump here that I get the very same feeling I felt when I played Resident Evil 4 for the first time. You knew you were playing something special that was going to redefine what the genre was, and it did for the future. And I feel like this game has that exact same feeling. It's great no matter what console you play it on. All of it looks really good graphically. It's great to see the Switch 2 performing like it does. The only downside about the Switch 2, realistically,
it still looks beautiful on Switch 2, guys. It still looks beautiful.
It still does. The only downside is, of course, the one thing they can't seem to get right when they downgrade these games to lower resolutions and lower platforms is the hair texture is the only thing that really you're going to look at and have problems with. Everything else looks amazing. And oh my God, we got a massive super chat there.
We'll let Carl take care of that. But before we do, just real quick, guys, shout out to the Gaming Menace, the artist formerly known as Brooklyn Menace. This is from his live stream.
That's not his channel. His channel's The Game Menace.
Well, whatever his new name is. The artist formerly known as Brooklyn Menace. Guys, make sure you subscribe to him on YouTube. This is just some footage we have playing in the background to give you guys a visual aid. Super amazing game. Probably going to win Game of the Year. It's probably the early contender. But then again, it is only March. There are plenty of games to come out. Carl, whenever you're ready, you want to take care of that super chat, my friend? My apologies.
Oh, wow, man. That's pretty awesome, man. Officially unofficial 4K $50 super chat, man. Sending my gratitude to the dudes for the shout out to the officially unofficial group. Sorry behind on the live stream. Just got a bunch of new members thanks to you all. Man, thanks, man. Appreciate that.
Man, all you guys wanted to hear the tea about AtGames. You ran and joined that Facebook group. Holy smokes.
Well, it was worth the watch, guys. Seriously. Holy shit.
I don't know. It just seems like a very litigious thing that I don't want to get dragged into. So,
but to get back on subject, I told you my wife
never got threatened to get sued before. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I told you my wife would be watching this Resident Evil. She's been watching hours of it. She watches some guy named Corey, and he does a great job with that. But she's enjoying it. She loves those. She would never play it, but she loves to watch it.
Right. Well, yeah, that's what my wife does as well. And my wife loves helping me with the puzzles. Like, Resident Evil games are pretty famous for their puzzles in order to progress in the game. And we've been playing Resident Evil games for years. And my wife, loves them because they're scary. Loves to sit next to me and help me figure out the puzzles. We have a blast doing it. We've been doing it for well over a decade. Almost 20 years of playing Resident Evil games together. It's crazy. Thanks so much for that super chat, guys. Thanks so much, Gaming Menace. Thanks so much, MG.
I'm 100% sure it's Game Menace.
I don't know what it is. All right. So, Carl, whenever you're ready, what's our next topic?
Iconic.
No, Nikon, that's to be the last one. We got one more before that. The Buildcade Battle Zone.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm a big fan of it. All of us are big fans of the Buildcade. Very cool. If you don't know, Michael B, he's not really a modder. He had to assemble something, But if you're not aware of it, the GRS Buildcade is a $100 kit that you buy. You can put a Raspberry Pi or a what's the name of his machine? Michael B. What is
the Viper? The
Viper, right? So you can put a Viper or Raspberry Pi into this thing, and you can literally transform this to be a mini. It's a little shorter than 1/6, but pretty close to 1/6 scale. But the beauty of it is, people have started doing these 3D print jobs where you can change the shape of it, because he always talks about Michael B, because Michael B likes things to be authentically correct in the cabinet shape, and his is a very generic shape cabinet.
Well, I wouldn't say it's very generic. It's an oddly shaped cabinet.
Well, nevertheless, people with their ingenuity have made these 3D points, what they call the fins, and you're able to transform these things into a much better looking cabinet. And I have a Donkey Kong cabinet back there that I can't take out right now. But they're working on this kit. I think he said Gary, which may be the same person that did these pole position things. I'm pretty sure is. This looks pretty cool. You can play this with this screen on. You can take that thing off. It just pops in, friction fit. But yet it's so strong, you can actually pick it up by that scope there. Looks pretty cool. Matter of fact, as soon as I saw this, I contacted Joe Zabel
Yeah.
by the email and says you have to make a version of this and make it available, and I'll be your first customer for it. He hadn't responded
Yeah,
yet, but
it shocks me, Carl, you don't have a 3D printer. That seems like something that'd be right up your alley.
yeah,
I've been,
yeah, but I like supporting other people that do this. It's not, I would be making all kinds of crap,
Yeah.
and I'm not in the house enough.
So,
And it'd be sit there. So I'd rather somebody else do it, and I won't be able to do the graphics anyway. So even if I did the 3D printing things, but I love doing this. And for people who don't have a printer, I just want to show this real quick. Most people may not be aware. I got this Yoda done at my local library. Most of the libraries today have 3D printers, and you can just send it to it. And I think this probably costs $12 or so. But they printed it in
Look at
all the
that
different
guy.
colors. I said I want the head to be green, his hands to be green. I want the base to be beige, and his eyes black. He even has little fingernails, which I still haven't glued on yet, which are clear. But this is pretty cool. This thing looks pretty awesome. Feels nice. You see the texture. Check out your local library. You can 3D print to your local library for very affordable.
The more you know. So very quickly, I do want to say I think this is cool. Like obviously having an option out there that where Quarter Arcades is doing this, where Quarter Arcades is doing this, there's a good chance New Wave Toys probably won't. So if you want something of that scale, it's great that you can do this with one of Glenn's Buildcades. Now, while I do like it and I do like options, and I think that's look at me, got me there. The only caveat I'll throw out there is this does kind of suck a little bit because Quarter Arcades just invested a ton of money and they're coming out with an actual physical build. But for the people that don't like modding and just want to, buy something that's already constructed, it's perfect. But if you do like modding, you can do this too.
There's room for all, Mike.
Yeah,
there's room for all.
Yeah, and most people that have the 3/4 scales, they have the 1/6 scale, they have the quarter scale. People like them all. They like the options, and I am definitely a fan of the quarter arcades, and definitely looking forward to that. But I definitely would like to have this in my little diorama as well. So, like Pdubs says, plenty of room out here. There's only so many things we have to buy, and the more the merrier.
Yeah.
Well, that should pivot us then, Carl. What do you think? You're the boss, man. Should we go to our final topic?
To our final topic
which is what?
Oh, no. One quick thing. I know you're the boss, Carl, but don't forget Mario Day is coming out soon. We're getting a new look at the Super Mario Brothers movie. It looks like Wart from Super Mario Brothers 2 is going to be in the second Mario movie, so I'm pretty excited about that. Haven't seen Wart in ages. The other thing that we're going to get coming up on Mario Day is new Nintendo Switch Online games. We're getting Mario vs. Donkey Kong for the Game Boy Advance. Great game. And we're also getting Mario Clash and Mario Tennis, my beloved Mario Tennis, coming for the Virtual Boy on Nintendo Switch Online. I know no one else cares. Thought I'd throw it in there.
We don't have a transition to Iconic Arcade yet. Then.
No, that's fine. I went ahead and I put a poll in the chat, guys. If you guys want to do us a favor, start voting in that poll. We'd greatly appreciate it. The Iconic Arcade hands-on reveal this week. We got a couple of channels, the Arcade Insiders, as well as Mike of All Trades, put out some content about these new Iconic Arcade Street Fighter Alpha cabinets that people have been waiting well over a year for. After these reveals, is it a win for Iconic Arcade? Is it a loss? Does it not live up to expectations? Or does it just look okay? Like, it is what it is. Let us know in the chat. Make sure you vote. Mike, take it away. Go ahead. What's going on with Iconic?
I think the first thing we've got to talk about is, for all the people that said this thing wasn't real and it isn't coming, I guess it is real. Because we have two now out in the public. We have one, Kevin from Spreetail. He got a demo version. Usually they do this with the sellers and stuff like that. I know the Brick got a bunch of cabs early as well. So he got one airlifted over from China, and they also sent one over to Moat too for the review. We kind of all called that, and he's a great choice for a review. Not that it matters what my opinion is, but, and not only will he review it, but Moat does a lot of online tournaments and stuff online, so in the fighting game community, so good choices there. Talked to Moat today. He was really impressed with it. He said that he would put it above even the Killer Instinct Pro for quality in terms of a home arcade product. Looked like the games were working last night. There's a lot of focus with the quality of the graphics and stuff like that John D gets on with. He did the same thing with Blitz. This is a game from 1994. Do you really give a fuck how good the graphics look? Like, Jesus Christ, just make it work good. So emulation looks pretty good, pretty standard for MAME. Cab, a lot of people are really happy with the cab. The cab looks massive. It's coming in at 138 pounds, so heaviest home arcade to date. It's really girthy. Overall, people are genuinely pretty impressed with it. Impressed with the screen quality. The UI is pretty standard. They say it's Netflix style. Like, I don't know. It's clean, but it's also not that impressive. So I don't know. It's fine. Overall, all the pre-order holders are all happy with it. I watched James' show last night talking about a reaction to it. So we had B. Kirby on and my buddy Jay Pace, who refused to give me a jazz hands, by the way, and I'm still pissed off about that. But they were really happy, and that's the most important thing, seeing those pre-order holders happy with their purchases.
Yeah, I was glad that he decided to use his phone because prior to that, it wasn't looking very good, right? It was washed out. He had a very inexpensive webcam, but he broke out his camera, and you could see the backlit marquee looked absolutely gorgeous. The cabinet looks great, looks solid. I've seen Moat's breakdown of the individual components earlier today as well. Cabinet seems to be well made. They seem to be impressed with it.
Let's go back to the well-made comment, and I think Steps brings up a good comment too, because you gotta be equally positive as you are negative when calling this stuff out, which is good and which is not good. The number one thing that it does look very good made, but one thing James hates everything pointed out, and I'm going to give James credit for this. Everything on that cab that could be like prefabricated with some kind of plastic and stuff like that is not done that way. It's done like a wooden box. And I don't know if that's a choice because they didn't want to pay to have the moldings done, or if they're trying to make it more like real arcade. I don't know how you want to take that there. I will say that it's a quality choice. Other people would look at it as them trying to save money. The other thing is, apparently the online's not going to be ready when people get it. I don't know how long it's going to take for the online to be ready. If it's day one update, I missed that part. But I mean, this is the same community that absolutely slaughtered Marvel vs. Capcom 2 and Blitz for not having online ready, but yet you're going to give this other company a pass. So, I mean, you got to be consistent with your views on this stuff, right?
Yeah, again, I'm not in that. I was perfectly happy with my Blitz without the online play. When it came, I did play online, but again, it wasn't a game, a showstopper for me. Again, quality of the cabinet and having online is two different things. And again, you have to make some concessions with any of these cabinets to meet the price set that you want to get. And if you're going to focus on quality, you can't cut corners on the things that matter: the screen, the controls, right?
Yep.
The marquee, the things that people are going to focus in on. So again, you have to make this thing where it's going to be easy to put together, packable, shippable. You know what
Agreed.
I mean? I think again they got the dials for the knobs, the power buttons. They changed a lot of things based on B Kong's recommendations from, I believe it was Vegas or Chicago. I can't remember. I think it was Vegas when you guys went into the hotel room. But again, it looks pretty good for what they paid for it. Definitely.
Yeah.
And I definitely wouldn't complain about that.
It didn't look horrible. You know what I mean? Like I mean, it looked like a nice sized home arcade. It's supposedly what you might call 9/10 scale. These are what is the term they're using on these? Extreme. And I'm super excited that Moat has one. I mean, obviously, the Spree Tale Show Arcade Insiders having one makes sense. They're the ones trying to sell this thing. But the fact that they gave it to Mike of All Trades, who Street Fighter aficionado,
Good choice.
an excellent choice to review this stuff. So, and also this is some footage from his video. Make sure moderators, if you want to put a link to Moat in the channel, that'd be great. I don't want to spoil his entire video. I'm just kind of giving you guys some brief looks here at some of the stuff. If you guys want to check out Moat's video, he does a deep dive into all the internal components of the machine with gameplay and full-on product reviews coming. But a lot of people love seeing the insides and stuff like that. Hey, we got some decent wire management in here. I noticed it was looking pretty clean. You know what I mean? Yeah. And also right here, this is your Pi 5 right here as well. And again, this is using a 2 gigabyte Pi, which some people think is good, some people think it's bad, but I mean, it does.
It's adequate. It does what it was designed to do.
Well, it's a lot better than what we're used to with a lot of these home arcade products. I mean, I love the basic fun stuff the way they're going, but they have the cheapest PCBs we've ever seen, like up with the original My Arcade PCBs.
Yeah, like this one, let's be honest, it's less likely to burn out after a year or two, like an Arcade 1-Up or Basic Fun PCB, right? So hey, shout out to them for doing a Pi. Big shout out, of course, to like Glenn for making his own board, stuff like that. You know what I mean? Better quality than what we're seeing from Basic Fun and Arcade 1-Up. Take a look here, Mike. I love how on the back you see that it's that Lenovo. Is it a 24-inch monitor?
Yeah, 24-inch Lenovo VESA with a VESA mount or whatever it's called.
But on the front, of course, they have the bezel there, which, covers the sides, and it will, obviously the games will be showing in their proper aspect ratio. So he still needs to peel the plastic off of this, guys, so don't think that looks
I would leave that on, Moat. I wouldn't even take it off this plan.
Yeah, honestly, I don't think the machine looked horrible. Like, I really don't.
I thought it looked really good. I've been saying ever since I saw those pictures with the girl, next to the actual machine, I was like, I'm back in on this. So I think I'm going to pick one up.
And that marquee looks nice.
Oh, so good.
I mean?
Yeah,
that looks really, really good. I'm hoping that lights up really well and looks really good.
We did get a new price point, though. I don't know if you knew that.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, the new price point, Kevin did mention on Arcade Insiders last night. They think it's going to be, when it hits retail, $7.99. So it's going up another $100 to accommodate like the tariffs and other things like that. But they are going to still offer free shipping through retail.
So it's going to be $7.99?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't blame you.
Yeah, that's a little bit high for me for a Street Fighter, but still, honestly, let's be honest, guys. It's nice to see after years of no new stuff. It's nice to see new stuff coming out. You know what I mean?
And especially when it's delivering, right? Like both what we've seen this week so far, both Wonderland Amusements and Iconic delivered. So that's a good change for home arcade.
Yeah. Make sure you guys check out Moat's video.
And if I compare it to my, Killer Instinct back there for $1,000, I think even at $7.99, that's
it's
a great
better.
cabinet.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Pro Baller, this is definitely using better hardware than an Arcade 1-Up, better size than a standard Arcade 1-Up, and so far it looks okay. But then again, obviously, what is the number one thing about these arcade machines? Now, some of you might say it's the looks, because let's be honest, the reason why Arcade 1-Up, Basic Fun, and others, what are Quarter Arcades, New Wave Toys, the reason why they do so well is because they make dedicated machines or dedicated artwork, right? And that's what people want. Even though multicades are probably the common sense superior way to go to get you as many games as possible for the lowest amount of money as possible.
And then if you get, a multicade, you should get multiple multicades.
You should get more than one multicade. They all play the same, all do the same thing, right? But people want to have the arcade nostalgia experience, the looks, right? So like these companies make these machines, and that's why people buy them, is because are you really going to go out there and buy a 400-pound Street Fighter arcade and bring it home?
I did.
Are you, Mike?
I did.
So no. I'm sorry, I was getting to my main point. People love the looks, but what is the number one thing about these arcades machines that people should think about? Is it fun?
Mm-hmm.
if it's fun for you and your friends or family, if they also play, but keep in mind, some people only have themselves to play with. Insert nostalgia joke here. But what's funny is if it's fun and you enjoy it and others enjoy it, and then it was worth the investment to you, right? Who am I to tell you what to do with your money? So I'm waiting to see from the folks like Moat and others who have the advanced copies here. Show us the gameplay. Does it look fun? Is it fun? Does it play well? Are there any bugs, issues, things like that? That's it. Minus that, from an appearance point of view, it's a win.
And we have all played
Yeah.
Street Fighter on a Pi, and
Yeah.
so we already know it's going to play well. It's going to look good. I mean, I don't see any reason when it can play well on a Raspberry 2 or a Raspberry Zero. You know what I mean? I don't think that's going to be an issue. And if I walked into a Sam's Club or Costco and this cabinet was sitting there assembled, that thing would have people stopping at it every turn to play that, and they would be loading them onto their cart. So I don't think that's an issue. Will they be available in those big box stores so people can be able to do that, or it's just going to be online? We'll see. But again, if for that price, if that was set in the Sam's Club, it would be no doubt that thing will move for sure.
Rich Wildello, that's the funniest thing I've ever heard in my life. I will say this, Pdubs.
That's how we got roped into marriage.
A
From
really
an appearance
quick-
point of view, I am impressed. I think it's good. It's not an ugly machine. It looks good. Size is good. Appearance point of view, it looks good. But then again, we need to, Moat is here. Everyone's waiting on Moat. And Moat's a great guy to show it off because he has, Moat actually, unlike Kevin, has good cameras, capture cards, stream editing software, video editing software. I'm sure
And
Moat will be able,
boxes.
Mm-hmm.
and also knows how to play the games. So I'm very eager to see Moat's videos when they come out.
So really quickly, I did want to just comment on this. You talked about, is it fun? And I think we too often in this community are too worried about what people think. Like, there's a bunch of people out there that, call people shills. They're like, oh, the shills are all saying this. And what they mean by the shills are the people that like these products because they don't like them. The people that buy these products because they refuse to buy them. The opposite side of that is when people who comment on all these products, review and critique and talk about them, who don't buy anything like this, that's a grift. So, you can call the people that buy and enjoy these shills or whatever, and you don't understand that. But the reality is, if you just shit on something, but you don't actually like the community or any of the products, it's a grift. You're grifting off a community you don't really belong to. So I think the focus that I would like to, remind people on, follow the people that are actually buying these, that actually like these. If you don't like them, you're probably not going to like this one because it's going to be like all the rest of them. But if you do like these and you want to see if people are having fun with them, talk to the people and get the reactions of the people who pre-ordered, the people that are excited for these. That's the kind of stuff that matters.
And I look at this the same way I look at Wonderland Amusement. This is their first product. You can't have a second until you have a first. So I'm excited that they're finally getting this thing and people are going to start getting it. It looks great. So I can't wait to see what they do next and what cabinet they build next. Because again, it's not all about me. You know what I mean? My wife won't let me buy another cabinet anyway, so I can't I can't worry about it. But can people have the opportunity to get a great looking cabinet? And then Mystery Encoder said this about the Wonderland pinball table. He says that cabinet alone by itself for that price set is worth it if the pinball didn't do anything. And that's the same thing with this cabinet here. You can't make a cabinet that looks that well because this has a Pi in it, for crying out loud. So you can put another Pi in it and play all the games you want to play very easily. You know what I mean? So to be able to have a cabinet at that size with that quality of things that look that good is a fantastic thing for the market, the home market, period. And for us who already have a Street Fighter, a Big Blue, and all these other things, it's not for us. It's for the people who don't have those, that want the opportunity, that for $799, they don't have to go out and figure out how to get a Pi and watch all these videos and install these things. They can have the games and have them play great and have more than just 1 or 2 games in it too. On top of that,
Yeah. I mean, the audience for these products are, people who want to buy something and just be able to turn it on and play it and not have to worry about, well,
programming.
how do I put games on it?
Right.
You know what I mean? That's more the tinkerers.
We don't have to worry about how we put games on it. Mystery Encoder will show us how to do that. Come on.
It's so funny. Yeah, I'm very curious. By the way, side note, hate to digress here, but Team Encoder's been working on those Basic Fun WrestleFests, and it sounds like they're having some success on being able to modify that thing via software mod. However, it'll be a while before anything's officially released. It does appear that their PCB boards are a bit underpowered compared to some of the boards they've looked at in the past. So don't go thinking you're going to be running Marvel vs. Capcom 2 on there. You know what I mean? Like, it's going to be... So keep an eyes out for Team Encoder. Also, big shout out to B. Kirby for 10 memberships. Big shout out to Wagner's Tech Top is 10 memberships.
Awesome.
Yeah, this is what I was trying to say. I don't know why the chat got upset with me. Is it fun? You know what I mean? When I look at all the home arcade machines I have, the ones that I still own, even the arcade one-ups, the reason why I own them still after all these years is they are fun. The ones that ended up not being fun or fun for a little while, those are gone, right? But the collection I have now, they are fun to me. They're still fun to me. And until they're no longer fun to me, I'm still going to have them. Does that make sense, right? Like, it's all about the games. Are the games fun to play in that form factor? Are you having a great experience? If so, then you made the right decision for yourself if you bought that product, no matter what it is, from whatever company.
and I'm excited for how well it looked inside, how nice. Because I've had my modded things forever. My adhesive is starting to come out, right? Because we used adhesive back then. I got to go in there and do some maintenance and bolt them down now that I know how to do it better. Job at it. But they did a great job. And the cabinet should just look empty when you open it up, because it doesn't take a whole lot of components for these things to work. But I'm impressed. I'm looking forward to Moat's review on that. I'm excited for the home market and can't wait to see it in action and see people starting to receive these and getting in and doing their build videos and first time playing and having their friends over and playing. I'm excited for the people that got it and excited for the people that can get them if they're available afterwards.
Carl, I got a $1 million idea. How about both me and you buy Iconic Arcades, say we're going to play online, and then never do it?
Right.
Just like the KI Pro.
Right.
You guys never played together?
We did one time, and Carl played as the Saber Wolf and just whooped my ass, just smashing buttons. So that was the end of that.
All right. Real quick, guys, just to share the results of our poll with everyone out there. Live poll, because it was only up for a short time, we only got 80 votes. If it was sitting up there for the entire show, there'd be a couple hundred. Iconic Arcade hands-on reveal this week. Is it a big win? Looks okay, no good. Let's just say this. 80% don't hate it.
So
20% said no good. 42% said a big win. 38% said it's okay.
What?
So, yeah, there you go.
What's 20 of 79? I need to know how many times 19K Fox voted.
That's too funny. So, oh man, taking a peek here. The live chat's been crazy, but did you know our leaderboards are for our live chat? Officially Unofficial's got the lead, massive lead due to his massive super chat. Stock Jock is our number 2 chatter, and John Gelman. John, you're still number 3. You've held 3rd place the entire show. But David G, Billy Woods Mods, Thumper Squid, all coming up in the top 10 for our chatters this evening. Thanks so much, guys, for your support of the show. We greatly appreciate it. Carl, I think it's fun when new stuff comes out. Gives us some stuff to talk about.
Yeah,
So,
it was an exciting week.
We'll
It's
see.
been one of the most exciting weeks for a while now, and it was so exciting that it got Pdubs back. So that's excitement in itself.
Aw, Carl, you're the best, man. I love you. I miss you. And yeah, guys, make sure you just have fun. I mean, that's what this is all about. Have fun. You know what I mean? You find your favorite game. You find your favorite way to play it, and just play it. Nothing else matters. Doesn't matter what some Joe Schmo on YouTube says about it. As long as you're enjoying it, That's all that matters. Right, Mike?
100% agree.
And on that note, we're going to let you guys get to your weekends
Yes,
and your
sir.
family and your games. I don't know if you guys are playing any golf this evening, walkabout golf. I hadn't played with you guys in a long time. I need to do that soon. But guys, we
Yes.
appreciate you. Have a wonderful weekend. And until next time, we'll see you on the web.
Carl's the boss. We're out of here.